Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are, it is right now. You're right here. My name is Manuel, and it's my pleasure to welcome you. Today is day 5 of the show, and I have to congratulate you for making the best decision of the day to spend some time with me. Let's get started. All right, let's go ahead then and start in Genoa City. Today, I am I'm officially exhausted by two of its young leading ladies, Sally Spectra and Claire Newman. Let's start off with Claire. Now, listen, I understand this is fiction. These characters do what the writers tell them to do. They're not free thinking citizens of Wisconsin. Fine. But what are the writers doing with Claire? This is a woman who arrived in town ready to commit murder. Let's not rewrite history, okay? She wasn't quirky, she wasn't misunderstood, she was lethal. Then she finds out about her family, softens up, and suddenly she's this sweet, gentle, angelic creature baking cookies and bonding with Harrison like she just stepped out of a Hallmark Christmas movie. And we're supposed to forget that she poisoned her Aunt Jordan without hesitation, without regret. She poisoned her. That's not a mood swing, that's a resume. And now, oh boy, the claws are back and fully out. She jumps from Kyle to Holden like she's flipping channels. Kyle, oh, I love you. Holden, actually, you're more useful. And now Holden's not helping her obsess over Audra fast enough, so he's disposable too. The obsession with Audra is unhinged. Claire doesn't just dislike her, she wants to annihilate her socially, professionally, spiritually, down to the atoms. You know what I'm saying here? There's a ruthlessness there that we've seen before. The Angel Act, that was a phase at best. The Predator was just dormant. Mark my words, Claire is shaping up to be one of the most dangerous people in Genoa City. Not because she's loud, but because she's calculating. Now, let's pivot to Sally Spectra. Sally, Sally, Sally. What exactly has Billy Abbott done to deserve this level of grievance? Let's review, okay? He gives her Abbott Communications. She changes it to Spectra Charles. All right, no problem. And how does it grow so fast that she can go ahead and turn it to Spectra Charles? Because Billy hands her Newman Media as part of his deal with Phyllis. He didn't just think of himself, he factored Sally into his decision making in his deal with Phyllis. He built Sally an empire. And her response? Oh, Billy, you always put me last. What? Ma'am, you are sitting in a corporate throne room that exists because of Billy Abbott. Then, then we see that Billy is actually really trying to listen to her in today's episode in the States on Monday. He's listening to her talk about her father. He tries to respond thoughtfully, and she takes it in the worst possible way. The worst. It's like she has a superpower for detecting offense where none exists. And then she unloads on him. At this point, it's not that I'm Team Billy. It's that I'm Team Self-Respect. Sir, why are you still there? The writers are working overtime to make Sally and Claire deeply unlikable at the same time. Now that is pretty impressive coordination. Okay, let's fly to Los Angeles, right on over to the bold and the beautiful, because I need to talk about Taylor. For years, Taylor has been presented as one of the better angels. You've noticed, if you've been with me so far, that I use that term quite a bit, better angels, because Taylor was always presented as calm, moral, ethical, grounded, right? But what are we watching now? Because from where I'm sitting, that halo is getting ready to fall right off, if it hasn't already. Let's go ahead then and talk about Sheila, because she's a big part of this equation. Sheila Carter, admittedly, has been a chaotic, destructive, obsessive character in the past. But currently, she's the most stable person in this love triangle between her, Deacon, and Taylor. And the saddest part is she doesn't even realize she's in a love triangle. Let's talk about the current, the new and improved Sheila Carter, all right? She's reformed. She's devoted to Deacon. She's not stalking anybody. She's not scheming. She's not plotting. My goodness, she encouraged Deacon to go see Taylor as a therapist. She herself, time and again, has reached out to Taylor. She's been vulnerable. She's been open. She's been honest. And Taylor sits there, knowing that she's inches away from jumping into bed with Deacon, and keeps smiling in Sheila's face. I'm sorry, that's not a better angel. Not anymore. That's just messy at best. Now look, don't get me wrong. Deacon is absolutely also responsible here. But Deacon has never been marketed as the moral compass on The Bold and Beautiful. That's not his brand. Taylor's brand is virtue. And right now, that brand, it is not holding up. Here's what I'm hoping is going to happen. And let me say, I'm hoping against hope, because I don't think this is going to be the way it turns out. But hope springs eternal. I'm hoping the writers are not setting us up for crazy Sheila returns, because that's way too predictable. But the real shocker, the real power move would be that, okay, Sheila finds out. She does not snap. She does not burn everything down. She calmly hands Deacon divorce papers and says, okay, you want out? Fine. But guess what? I'm keeping El Giardino. Boom. No screaming, no revenge plot, no meltdown. Just self-respect and composure. Let everyone in Los Angeles realize that the so-called villain is now the most evolved person in the room. Now that would be spectacular. Dare I say, that would be delicious. It would flip the entire moral narrative on its head. So that's where we are today on Monday, March 2nd, 2026. We got Claire, dangerous in pastel packaging, Sally, offended by oxygen, and Taylor polishing a halo that keeps slipping sideways. Writers, I see what you're doing. I just don't know if you realize how unlikable you're making some of these characters in the process. All right. That's enough for today. We'll continue tomorrow. And as always, be bold and stay restless.